commanders. I've got a PvP video, but I want to change it up a little bit. I want to explain the process behind what I'm clicking, what I'm doing while I'm PvPing. So this is a recording of me recording over a recording, something like that. Anyway, without further ado, this is the start of the PvP video. This is where it's hacking. I was blubbering on about something there. I just want to go through it and just try to explain what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the units and push Shift 1, Shift 2 for the Cardinal. Always make sure the Perseus is the pursuers, sorry, are on defend. They will run off and they won't shoot once they get a distance away. Very much like the chopper company. So make sure they're on defend. Again, I'm making sure I've got the hotkeys attached, which is Shift 1, Shift 2, Shift 3, Shift 4. That would be pursuers, Cardinal, Outback and Nick. It's the only units I try to control in my base. I even try to keep it less than that. Really, the pursuers I don't really upgrade. So he's thrown in his spam unit. Got me a little bit there. As you can see, my pursuers were in the wrong position. I normally, where I am, the air normally comes in from this angle. It does if you keep watching the video. The air comes in from that 3 o'clock position. He just changed it so it come from here, thinking he'd get a clear run across my base. Don't know why. Oh, he done that for the Phantom. Again, that's dead. So basically now I've got my fingers on the 1, 2, 3, 4 on the keyboard. So I'm ready to counter whatever he brings in with whatever units I've got. Moving out the spawning units will help. I try to control the. I use Crucible coming at me. This building here. I forget what it's called. The whatever it's called. I control them as best I can, and then I'll try to plant them around the base. This one, it was very early in the morning. It's literally when I got up this morning. I hadn't even had a coffee, so my control wasn't really great. But what I'm going to do is, as he comes in with me Outback, I'm going to try to keep it in the cloak, but move to the angle where he's coming each time. So there we go. I don't know why he's dumping all this crap in. And I think if I remember right, he tries to. There's the pursuers. Always make sure them pursuers on D key. All my units in my base are literally on D key right now, except for the spawning units and things like that. You just smoke, and basically in my towers is all legendary riflemen and 2 legendary stingers. That's it. I don't fuck about with anything else. I actually wish this guy got a few more stars on me. I've now changed all my air silos over now completely to the Apostle, and I've got them almost the tech that I want on them. But again, they don't last. They don't seem to pop and last that long, even with fully teched. Again, if you look, I'm trying to control that Crucible that's popped out. What I find with them, if you control them, when they all go back in, you don't want them all in one lump, if you know what I mean. All coming to the same target, they get smoked so easily. Again, I've moved me Outback around to that side, so it's going to hit what's coming at him. He got greedy there and went straight for the CC. And that's left him with just the, I forget what it's called. Now comes the Titan. Pursuer's in its place, on D key, smoking it. Now he's just trying to spam. He wants that CC. That CC probably give him 2-star. My Nick's moved out. I think I'll move my Nick in eventually. Now I'm going to start, I see what he's spamming me now. I'm going to start moving me anti-air units to the right spot, I believe. Yes. So the Crucibles, level 20 Pathfinders hit high altitude. I should do that any second now. Also in my base is it's just such a good unit is Luke. He's got a scramble effect, so it just fucking makes things easier. At this point he knows he's fucked up. He ain't getting no more than 1 star. he's not going to deploy anything else. I think he might have had one more tune. But as you can see, I know where he's coming from now. I know what his game is. Bring me stuff into counter his air. But I believe this is pretty much it. Yeah, there you go. That's over. So let's pause that because nothing else happens after that. Basically, you want to use shift. So you select the unit that you want onto the 1 key. You hold down shift. Once you've got the unit selected, push 1. Move over to your next. Basically, let me show you in my base now. Now it's not live. I can show you how it works, but if you DC or something like that, them hotkeys disappear. So don't. If you DC, you got to redo them, sort of thing. So if you go, I want my pursuers first. Shift 1. Check that it's on D. That's the most important thing with pursuers. If they're not on D, they're little drones around him. They run off and they go up to about here, and they stop shooting. So if they run off up here against the unit or down here against other units, they won't shoot, so they're completely useless if they're not on D. So basically that one's shift 1. Then I'd go to my outback, just select the outback, shift 2, go to my cardinal, shift 3, and then my nick somewhere, shift 4. I am pushing the buttons, but you can't see me push them. You hold shift down, push the button that you want them to be. So when I clicked 1, it goes to the pursuers. I'm clicking 1 on the keyboard. 2 is the outback, and I use the M key with the outback. So when you can use the A key, but what I find is it stops and it will start shooting at shit that you don't want it to shoot at. So the M key would bring it to a position where it's where you want it. So you want it as close to the edge of the cloak as possible, all around your base. And the M key, I'm hitting the M key every single time. It just makes fucking the unit. You just keep it where you want. If you go too far, even if you click on top of it, it will. As long as you click that M key on your keyboard, it will keep moving until you got it to the spot you want it at. It's a bit different doing it while the base is not under attack. It isn't. When you're under attack, it isn't as accurate, if you know what I mean. It's just one of them things. But yeah, the M key's ideal. If you do select this and you decide to move him, I'd move him if you can without the M key. But if you're moving back, for instance, like that, make sure you put D key back on, because once again, them drones will run off and do absolutely nothing. Other than that, I don't think there's many more tips I can give you. Make sure you've got your bastions always running. Whatever you fancy, whatever you want to spawn out, your spawning buildings. I'm not going to tell you how, what and why I do that, because there is no right and wrong really with them. You just do it as best you can. Use your best unit basically. Yeah, other than that, I hope you enjoy PvP. I'm starting to get back into it, even though it is riddled full of fucking cheats. I do try to hit a base every couple of days, every day if I can, and see how I get on with it. Basically, it's just, if you stop doing it, you lose your fucking knowledge. So I try to do it a little bit. Anyway, without further ado, hope you enjoyed the video. Give me the thumbs up if you did, thumbs down if you didn't, and I appreciate your time watching, and I'll catch you soon, guys. Bye bye.